Dibre, haYamim, Bet, Chapter 9. And the sovereignness of Sheba heard of the report of Shlomo, and came to Yerushalayim to try Shlomo with hard questions, with a very great company, and camels bearing spices, and much gold, and precious stones. And she came to Shlomo, and she spoke with him about all that was in her heart. And Shlomo answered all her questions. And there was no matter hidden for Shlomo, which he did not make known to her. And the sovereignness of Sheba saw the wisdom of Shlomo, in the house that he had built, in the food on his table, in the seating of his servants, in the servants of his waiters in their attire, in his cupbearers in their attire, in his ascendant offerings that he offered up in the house of Yah, and there was no more spirit in her. Then she said to the sovereign, True was the word I heard in my own land about your words and your wisdom. But I did not believe your words until I came and saw with my own eyes. And see, I have not been told the half of the greatness of your wisdom. You exceed the report which I heard. Blessed are your men, and blessed are your servants who stand continually before you and hear your wisdom. Blessed be Yah your Elohim, who delighted in you, to put you on his throne, to be sovereign for Yah your Elohim, because your Elohim has loved Israel, to establish them forever. Therefore he made you sovereign over them, to do right ruling and righteousness. And she gave the sovereign 120 talents of gold, and very many spices and precious stones. And there has not been any spices such as those the sovereign of Sheba gave to sovereign Shlomo. And also the servants of Huram and the servants of Shlomo, who brought gold from Ophir, brought algum wood and precious stones. And the sovereign made stairs of the algum wood for the house of Yah, and for the sovereign's house, also lyres and harps for singers. And there was never seen the like of them before in the land of Yehudah. And sovereign Shlomo gave to the sovereignness of Sheba all she desired, whatever she asked, besides that which she had brought to the sovereign. And she turned and went to her own land, she and her servants. And the weight of gold that came to Shlomo yearly was 666 talents of gold, besides which the merchants and traders brought. And all the sovereigns of Arabia and governors of the land were bringing gold and silver to Shlomo. And sovereign Shlomo made 200 large shields of beaten gold. 600 pieces of beaten gold went into each shield, and 300 shields of beaten gold, 300 pieces of gold went into each shield. And the sovereign put them in the house of the forest of Lebanon. And the sovereigns made a great throne of ivory and overlaid it with gold. And 6 steps led to the throne with the footstool of gold, which were fastened to the throne. And there were armrests on each side of the place of the seat, and 2 lions stood beside the armrests. And 12 lions were standing there, one on each side of the 6 steps. The like of it was not in any reign. And all the drinking vessels of sovereign Shlomo were of gold, and all the vessels of the house of the forest of Lebanon were of refined gold. Silver was reckoned of little value in the days of Shlomo. For the sovereign's ships went to Tarshish with the servants of Huram. 1 in 3 years the ships of Tarshish came, bringing gold and silver, ivory, apes, and baboons. And sovereign Shlomo became greater than all the sovereigns of the earth in riches and wisdom. And all the sovereigns of the earth sought the presence of Shlomo to hear his wisdom, which Elohim had put in his heart. And each man brought his present, objects of silver and objects of gold, and garments and armor and spices, horses and mules, the matter of a year by year. And Shlomo had 4,000 stalls for horses and chariots, and 12,000 horsemen, whom he stationed in the chariot cities, and with the sovereign at Yerushalayim. And he ruled over all the sovereigns from the river to the land of the Philistines, as far as the border of Mitzrayim. And the sovereign made silver in Yerushalayim as stones, and he made cedar trees as plenty as the sycamores which were in the low country. And they were bringing horses to Shlomo from Mitzrayim and from all lands. And the rest of the acts of Shlomo, first and last, are they not written in the book of Nathan the prophet, and in the prophecy of Ahiah the Shilonite, and in the visions of Edo the seer concerning Jeroboam son of Nebat? And Shlomo reigned in Yerushalayim over all Israel 40 years. So Shlomo slept with his fathers and was buried in the city of David his father, and Rehoboam his son reigned in his place.